People often will think of money as having power in and of itself. It does not. Money is information, and it does not have power in and of itself. Applying the physics tools of thinking about things in the limit is helpful. If you are stranded on a tropical island and you have $1 trillion, it's useless because there's no resource allocation. Money is a database for resource allocation, but there's no resources to allocate except yourself, so money is useless. The true economy is very important. Like, the true economy is the output of goods and services. It's not money. It's literally what is the output of goods and services. Money is simply a way for us to, or anything that you call money, is a way for us to conveniently exchange goods and services without having to engage in barter, and also to shift obligations in time. Those are the two reasons that you have money. This thing called money. It's really a database. Money is an information system for labor allocation and for exchange of goods and services and for translating in time. And the quality of that information is a function of it's like you can apply information theory to money, and I think it helps explain why one money system is, or why one action is better than another.
There are many other people out there who can't stand this world of billionaires. They are hugely offended by the notion that an individual can have the same wealth as say, 1 billion or more of the world's poorest people.
I think there's some axiomatic flaws that are leading to them to that conclusion. If for sure, it would be very problematic if I was consuming billions of dollars a year in personal consumption, but that is not the case. In fact, I don't even own a home right now. I'm literally staying at friends' places. I don't have a yacht. The one exception is a plane, but if I don't use the plane, then I have less hours to work. So there's for sure in recent years, billionaire has become a pejorative. So it's like that's a bad thing, which I think doesn't make a lot of sense in most cases.
It's pretty awesome
nice.
In that you earned it and you made it yourself.
Right, I did not inherit it.
Yeah, I did not. And that's so cool, right? Because people that inherit their billions, I just want to punch them in the throat.
Right.
You motivated beyond just profit motive and racking up dollars. And
no, I'm a volunteer. I don't need the money. There's nothing. It's not like I'm sitting here saying I wish I could buy such and such a thing. I could buy it, but not being motivated personally by money is not the same as saying that I think SpaceX shouldn't make money. In fact, it's very important that SpaceX is profitable, or we will not be able to earn the money necessary to continue future developments.
How has having a lot of money changed your lifestyle?
If you have millions of dollars, it changes your lifestyle, and anyone who says differently is just full of bullshit. It's not as though I've got like $1 billion just sitting in a bank account or something. It just means that my ownership of the companies, if you add them up, it's a couple $1 billion.
I think if you care about the reality of goodness instead of the perception of it, philanthropy is extremely difficult. SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, and Boring Company are philanthropy. If you say philanthropy is love of humanity, they are philanthropy. Tesla is accelerating sustainable energy. This is a love of philanthropy.
Right.
SpaceX is trying to ensure the long-term survival of humanity with multi-planet species. This is love of humanity.
Let's talk a bit about your tweets, because it comes up a lot. Even today, it came up in anticipation of this. You do some tweets that seem to be, or at least give support to some who would call others conspiracy theories.
Well, yes, but honestly, some of these conspiracy theories have turned out to be true.
Which ones?
Well, like the Hunter Biden laptop.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that was a pretty big deal. There was Twitter and others engaged in active suppression of information that was relevant to the public. That's a terrible thing that happened. That's election interference.
But how do you make a choice? You don't see. In terms of when you're going to engage. For example, even today, Elon, you tweeted this thing about George Soros. Well, I'm looking for it because I want to make sure I quote it properly. But you know what you wrote. But You
I said it
basically.
reminds me of Magneto. This is like, calm down, people. This is not like made a picture case out of it.
You also you said he wants to erode the very fabric of civilization, and Soros hates humanity. Like, when you do something like that, do you
Yeah, I think that's true. That's my opinion.
Okay, but why share it? Why share it? Especially, why share it when people who buy Teslas may not agree with you, advertisers on Twitter may not agree with you. Why not just say, hey, I think this. You can tell me, we can talk about it over there, you can tell your friends, but why share it widely?
I mean, this is freedom of speech. I'm allowed to say what I want.
You absolutely are, but I'm trying to understand why you do, because you have to know it puts you in the middle of the partisan divide in the country. It makes you a lightning rod for criticism. I mean, do you like that? People today saying he's an anti-Semite. I don't think you are.
No, I'm definitely. I'm like a pro-Semite, if anything.
I believe that probably is the case.
Yes.
But why would you even introduce the idea then that would be the case?
I mean, look, we don't want to make this a George Soros interview.
No, God, no. I don't want to at all. But what I'm trying, even came up though in the annual meeting. I mean, do your tweets hurt the company? Are there Tesla owners who say, I don't agree with his political position and I know it because he shares so much? Or are there advertisers on Twitter that Linda Yaccarino will come and say, you got to stop, man. Or, I can't get these ads because of some of the things you tweet.
I'm reminded of there's a scene in The Princess Bride, great movie.
Great movie.
Where he confronts the person who killed his father, and he says, offer me money, offer me power, I don't care.
So you just don't care.
I do know a lot about the money system and payments and how it actually works, as opposed to, say, how economists think it works. On a practical basis, just how money is just basically the monetary system is a series of heterogeneous databases that are not real time, with the exception of PayPal and a few others, and to reconcile on a batch basis. That may take anywhere from 24 hours to several days, so it's slow. That's just a lot of latency and jitter, and the ACH system has basically no security. And this has just been it was that way when PayPal started in '99, and it's still that way 22 years later.
It needs reform.
Yeah, exactly. Really, people should think of any kind of money system, whether it's a store of value or currency, as really a form of information. If you apply information theory to money, whether it's cryptocurrency or some other form, and view it in terms of how good is it at sort of bandwidth, latency, jitter, dropping packets, which is, you could say, like fraud is like losing packets or something on the network, its overall security, then I think a lot of these things just make a lot of sense in that regard. Like any form of money has no power in and of itself except as an exchange of